Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Jennifer Dulos. Hey guys, Victoria Paxton here. Thanks for stopping back by my YouTube channel. So you heard me, Jennifer Dulos. Okay, another sad one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It's free. Okay. So Jennifer Farber was born September 27th, 1968 in New York City. Her parents were Gloria Ortenberg and Hilliard Farber, a banker and philanthropist, respectively. Jennifer had an older sister named Melissa. Jennifer's maternal aunt and uncle, Elizabeth Claiborne, and author Ortenberg founded the fashion company Liz Claiborne Incorporated. Wow, that's pretty cool, huh? Okay, Jennifer graduated from Brown University in 1990 and later earned a master's in writing from New York University Tisch School of the Arts. Wow. So then let me talk about who she ultimately married. Fotis Dulos was born in Turkey, August 6, 1967, and grew up in Athens, Greece. He moved to the U.S. in 1996. He also graduated from Brown University in 1989, and he later earned an MBA in finance from Columbia Business School. So Fotis married Hillary Vanessa Aldama. She was also a graduate from Brown. They were married in Athens, Greece in June of 2000. Their marriage lasted 4 years, and then they were divorced July 12, 2004. Man, did she dodge a bullet. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the year of his first divorce, Dulos founded Four Group Incorporated, a real estate development company specializing in luxury homes based in Connecticut. Dulos started emailing Farber, whom he'd also met at Brown, while he was still married to his first wife. Jennifer and Fotis married in Manhattan just over a month after Dulos' divorce on August 28, 2004, and subsequently they moved to Farmington, Connecticut. They had 5 children together, including 2 sets of twins, all named after Greek Orthodox saints. 3 sons, Petros, Theodore, and Constantine. 2 daughters, Christiane and Cleopatra Noel. Those are some cool names. Cleopatra, I don't know. But the other ones are really cool names. In a blog post written on March 12th of 2012, Jennifer alluded to trouble in her marriage. Quote, "I wish I were a strong person and that confrontation did not both scare and appall me." Close quote. Anyone that's been through an abusive relationship knows what that's about, right? After the gradual breakdown of the marriage, in which Jennifer claimed Fotis was living an increasingly independent life, she filed for divorce June 20th of 2017 at the Superior Court in Stamford, Connecticut. In the same month, she started renting a house in New Canaan, about 75 miles southwest of Farmington, and she moved there with her 5 children. In her divorce documents, Jennifer wrote, quote, "I know that filing for divorce and filing this motion will enrage him. I know he will retaliate by trying to harm me in some way," close quote. Very prophetic words, right? She also stated she believed he was having an affair with his colleague, Michelle Triconis, a native of Venezuela. Jennifer also alleged that Fotis had threatened to kidnap their children if she did not agree to his terms in the divorce settlement, and that he had also bought a gun that year. That's not good. Psychos and guns don't match. Fotis denied making threats and claimed that he bought the gun legally for home security. Famous last words. Both parents filed numerous motions claiming that the other was disparaging them. Despite Jennifer's requesting an emergency order of custody, the couple were given temporary joint custody of their children until the end of the divorce proceedings. Yeah, that sucks. When Jennifer again requested an emergency order of custody in early 2018, the judge found that Fotis had broken numerous court orders. Okay. In March of 2018, Jennifer was awarded sole physical custody of the children, while both parents were to share joint legal custody. Fotis was granted supervised visitation and monitored phone calls. Ooh, that's going to piss him off, right? So Jennifer was last seen around 8 a.m. on May 24th of 2019. She dropped her kids off at New Canaan Country School, and then at 8:05 a.m., she was seen on a neighbor's security camera returning home. That same day, she missed 2 doctor's appointments that she had scheduled for 11 and 1 in New York City. Later that evening at around 7 p.m., 2 of her friends, including her nanny, Lauren Almeida, reported her missing after they failed to get in touch with her. Family and friends of Jennifer stated that it would be out of character for her to leave home on her own without telling anyone. Jennifer's friend Lauren arrived at the house at 11:30 a.m. that day. Sorry, guys. Lauren later told detectives she was surprised to see Jennifer's Range Rover in the garage because she had planned to take it to her doctor's appointments instead of taking the Chevrolet Suburban, which was nowhere to be seen. When detectives searched the house, they found blood spatter on the floor, door, and a wall in the garage, as well as on the exterior of the Range Rover. Blood was also found in the kitchen. DNA tests revealed most of the blood to be Jennifer's, apart from blood on the kitchen faucet, a mixture belonging to both her and her husband, Fotis. Go figure. Police also found other evidence of Jennifer being the victim of a serious assault. Jennifer's Chevrolet Suburban had been captured on the neighbor's security camera, leaving her home at around 10:25 a.m. that morning. Fotis was believed to be the one that was driving the victim's vehicle, carrying the body of Jennifer and other items associated with the probable cleanup. That same evening at around 7:30 p.m., Fotis and his girlfriend, Taconis, I guess, is how you pronounce. I really don't care, but so Fotis and his girlfriend, they were captured on video dumping garbage bags in 30 bins in Hartford. 30, is that right? Wow. The trash bags were found to contain various pieces of bloodied clothing as well as blood-stained cleaning items. The blood was determined to be that of Jennifer. Fotis' DNA was found on the inside of a glove, in one of the trash bags, and on one of the trash bags. Dummy. The Suburban was later found on the side of the road near Waverly Park in New Canaan, just over 3 miles away from Jennifer's home. Police searched numerous properties and around Farmington and Fairfield County and near Fotis' home without any success. Investigators believe that Fotis arrived by bike to Jennifer's home because of tire marks that they found and some other evidence. They think he was lying in wait for his estranged wife to return home and killed her in the garage when she returned from dropping the kids off at school. Helicopters were used to look for signs of Jennifer, as well as canine units and divers. There has been no activity on her credit cards and no calls made from her cell phone as of May 24th. Excuse me. On January 19th, 2021, the Connecticut State Police visited property on Mountain Spring Road in Farmington, which was once owned by Fotis' real estate company, to follow up on, quote, old leads. Several authorities could be seen behind the property digging up the yard. Police also brought in Bob Perry, a nationally renowned expert at finding unmarked grave sites, though he would not say what, if anything, had been discovered. The next day, the police returned to the Mountain Spring Road property with an excavator and a septic tank. Police briefly spoke with the media, but said they didn't have any updates for them. On June 1st, 2019, Fotis and his girlfriend Taconis were arrested at a hotel in Avon, Connecticut, and charged with tampering with evidence and hindering prosecution. Not enough evidence existed at the time to warrant any further or more severe charges. The Dulos' 5 children, then aged between 8 and 13, moved in to live with Jennifer's mother in New York City, to whom a judge granted temporary custody. Fotis hired attorney Norman Paytas to represent him. In an interview prior to being hired by Fotis, Paytas had appeared convinced that Jennifer was dead. Dulos and Taconis both pled not guilty to their charges. Fotis appeared in court October 4th to seek a dismissal of the charges against him. The judge said he would review arguments by the defense and the prosecution. In late October, it was reported Taconis, along with her 10-year-old daughter, had moved out of Fotis' $5 million home in Farmington, Connecticut. Okay, so January 7th, 2020, Fotis was arrested at his home by the Connecticut State Police and charged with capital murder and kidnapping in relation to Jennifer's disappearance. Good. Draconis was also arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Good. Fotis' friend and former attorney Kent Douglas Mawiney was also detained on January 7th and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Okay, Mawani, and let me just say, I don't give a crap how to pronunciate his name. So if I'm saying it wrong, oh well. I could care less. He's not worth, a second thought. Mawani became estranged from his wife after being accused of spousal rape. His wife went to the South Windsor police and told them that she feared Fotis and Mawini were working together to kill her. Probably. After Jennifer disappeared, a shallow grave was discovered at a secluded property that Mawini owned, filled with 2 bags of lime and a blue tarp. Authorities and a police dog discovered the grave in October 2019, but no body was ever found, and the items were found to have been removed. Jennifer's family issued a statement after their arrests. Quote, "Although we are relieved that the wait for these charges is over, for us, there is no sense of closure. Nothing can bring Jennifer back. We miss her every day and will forever mourn her loss." Close quote. Closed quote. On January 8th, Fotis's bond was set at $6 million. He was released the following day and was due to return to court on February 28th of 2020. In a statement issued in May of 2020, Draconis said it was a mistake to have trusted Fotis, but maintained that she did not know what happened to Jennifer or her whereabouts. I call bullshit. Sorry. Draconis, out on bail, was next scheduled to appear in court on August 6th of 2020 to face charges. In March of this year, a Superior Court judge had denied Michelle Draconis' request for a change of venue and ruled the 3 sets of charges against her can proceed in a single trial. Prosecutors have said co-defendant Kent Mawini will likely testify against Draconis if her case goes to trial. Okay, while out on bond, Dulos failed to appear at court on January 28th of 2020 for an emergency bond hearing. He was found in an unresponsive state by police at his home in Farmington, having poisoned himself with carbon monoxide by running a vacuum cleaner hose from the exhaust pipe of his SUV into the interior of his car while it was parked in the garage. Initially, it was reported by some news outlets that Fotis had been found dead, but responders had performed CPR and restored a faint pulse. They transported him by ambulance to Yukon Medical Center in Farmington, and from there, he was airlifted to Jacobi Medical Center in the Bronx to undergo hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Fotis' 5 children visited him at the medical center before he was taken off of life support. This was the first time they had seen their father since he was accused of murdering their mother. That's so sad. Those poor kids. Fotis was pronounced dead at Jacobi Medical Center on January 30th of 2020. He was 52 years old. Gets better, y'all. He left a suicide note in his car that read, quote, "I refuse to spend even an hour more in jail for something I had nothing to do with," close quote. In the police report, it states that Fotis' new girlfriend, Anna Curry, was at his house the morning of his suicide. They had planned to drive to the courthouse in Stamford together, but Fotis said that they should drive separately. On the way to the courthouse, Curry received a call from Pattis asking where his client was. She told him they were driving separately, but the lawyer informed her that Fotis' GPS tracker showed that he was still at home, at which point Curry realized that he must have done something to harm himself, and she asked Pattis to call 911. Okay, you guys. You know the deal. So I tried to connect with Jennifer. I was not able to connect with her, okay? I was able to see some things. Okay, so let me go over what I saw. So I saw photos basically beating her. He had, and I don't know what this is, but I wish I knew what it was. It was probably like this long, and it was pretty solid, pretty thick. It was like this glass, I don't know, like sculpture or statue looking thing that was like, like solid, right? Okay, so she's on the ground crying, begging him to stop, And he's just like slamming this into her, right? And he literally, like, I can see his facial expression. And he literally just like, it was like he was just not there. Like he was just, had gone completely crazy and he just wasn't even in there. You know what I mean? Like his eyes just were evil, if that makes any sense. He's beating her over the head, the neck, the shoulders, the back. She finally just goes limp, right? I don't know if she was just unconscious or if she actually was dead at this point. Then I saw her lips started turning blue, which, you know, lack of oxygen, you know. But he was, I don't know the word, like amped up, like just so angry and intense, I guess is the word. Like just so like seething, you know, like hatred was just pouring out of him, which is so sad. I mean, she's the mother of his 5 kids, you know what I mean? That's what all I was able to see was that. But if, gosh, I wish I could, sometimes I wish I were an artist. Like I wish I could draw, just to kind of draw like his facial expression was just, it was just dark, you know? I don't know how else to explain it, but. Okay, so against my better judgment, I decided to try to connect with Fotis. And let me repeat this. How you are in life is how you are in death. Don't ever forget that. Okay, so I should have never tried to connect with him, but I did, and he came through. And immediately he started bitching and complaining about how nobody is listening to him and he shouldn't be where he is. I'm a good guy. I'm a good person. Okay. Okay, so he came through. I explained who I was. He was complaining the whole time. And I said, this is why I'm here. I want to talk to you about your wife and about her death. He immediately snapped back at me. I don't know how else to say it. Like, just immediately tore into me. I didn't kill that woman. Why does everybody think I killed her? I didn't kill her. She got what she deserved. He said that, and I said, I think I call bullshit. I think you're a liar. I think you, in fact, did murder your wife. Again, he snapped back and, you know, anyway, so he snapped back and it was all about, she did this to me and, you know, she did that and she did this and she got what she deserved. Which, if you weren't responsible for killing her, then how did she get what she deserved? You know what I mean? So I said, look, you know, I want to talk to you. You know, there are 5 kids out there. They need to bring their mom home. You know, you're gone. They need to bring her home so they can have some closure. You know, I thought, a part of me thought maybe if I brought up his kids, he would kind of like calm down a little bit, if, you know, but of course that didn't happen. I said, you know, I just had to call his bluff. And I said, you know, if you love, because he was talking about how much he loved his kids and how much he missed his kids. Like he wanted to be able to hold his kids. And he said, I can't do that. And I said, okay, if you love these kids so much and they mean so much to you, then you need to just say what happened and where their mother is, you know, that's the best thing for the kids. You know, he said, no, that's not the best thing for the kids. And you don't know what I had to live with and what I had to deal with. And I said, well, your kids should have the opportunity to bury their mother. You know, that would be a good thing to help them heal. And he said, she's already effing buried. Yeah, he said that. And I said, okay, so you did kill her. And he said, I told you I didn't have anything to do with it. I'm like, you said she was buried. She's already effing buried. And he said, wow, just because I said that doesn't mean it's not a literal term. Anyway, he proceeded to continue to just yell at me, basically. And then with that, I told him I thought he was a POS, and with that, yeah, he was gone. It's just so sad because, you know, the kids have to go through life knowing that their dad, you know, killed their mom, most probably. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, I don't know the kids personally, and maybe they don't feel that. But, you know, their dad's gone. He took his own life, and their mom's gone. Like, yeah, it's a sad one, y'all. It's on here. All right, be nice, be kind, stay safe, stay healthy. The weather's starting to be nice. Yay. So I hope everybody's doing well. And that about does it for me. Bye, guys.